Hi Year 12s! Today we are doing regions defined by two inequalities. So last lesson we drew one graph and then we found the region required. This time we've got two separate equations. So what you have to do is draw both graphs and then find the region required that satisfies both equations. But anyway, before we get to that, copy down the notes please, and I'm going to fill it in while I'm explaining it. Excellent. Alrighty. So, as I just explained, we've got two equations. So the first one's with special graphs. Remember, horizontal or vertical lines. Sketch the graph of the region defined by x is less than 2 and y is greater than or equal to -3. So the first step is to draw the graphs of each of these. So remember, x is less than 2. I'm just going to say x is equal to 2, and so I can find where the graph is. So if that's where 2 is, it's a vertical line that goes through x equals 2. But since it's not equal to as well, it's just a dotted line. So there's my first equation, my first graph. And remember, since whenever you have two or more graphs, you need to label them. So I'm going to label that x is less than 2. So there's my first graph. Great. Now the next one, y is greater than or equal to -3. So to find the equation of it, I just need y equals -3. So -3 is about down here somewhere. So there's y equals -3, and it's a horizontal line across. And since it's equal to as well, it's a solid line. So hopefully you remember that one. So there's my graph for that one, and I'm going to label it as well. So it's y is greater than or less than -3. Great. Now we've done our two graphs. Now the last bit is that whole test point thing. Let's shade in the region required. You may need another different colour for this because it does get a little bit complicated after a while, a little bit messy. So the first one, x is less than 2. So just for this one, where is the region required? X is less than 2 this side. So it's this side, so to the left of this vertical line there. So that's the region required. The bit that I've just shaded in for green, that's for this line here. X is less than 2. So that's the region required there. But now for this line, we need to know, is the region required above it or below this line? So let's have a look. Y is greater than or equal to -3. There's -3. Where is y greater than -3? It's up this way. So I'm going to do it I'll do it in green again. So it's this region required is above here. So it's everything above that line there. See the equation there? It's everything above. Now that we've drawn in our two regions required, where is it that both of the regions required are the same? Where do they overlap? So you can see in this section here, from there, and then this section here. So this section here, we're going to write here, region required is this section here. Can everyone see that? Because it's above that line there, and it's to the left of that line there. So this, and then you can colour it in as well. So this here is the region required. See, so you can imagine if you've got like 3 equations, it's going to get a little bit more messy as well. Okay, so if we come over here. Okay, let's have a look here. So we've got sketch the graph of the region defined by these two inequalities. So there's the first equation and there's the second one. This time you notice that they're diagonal lines. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work first. So, alright, so I'm going to do the first equation first. So, I'll write it down, 3x plus 2y equals 6. Because remember, just to draw the equation, I'm going to say is equal to 6. So, y-intercept, let x equal 0. That's equal to 0. Hopefully you can do this pretty quickly and you get y equals 3. So the first point is 0 to 3. Then you do for the second one. X-intercept, let y equal 0. So y is equal to 0, so we get 3x equals 6, x equals 2, so my point is 2, 0. Great. Now let's try the next one. I can plot these points while I'm here. So we've got 2, 0, and we've got 0, 3, which is up there. And I'll draw that there. Alright. spectator here. Thanks, Callum. Okay, now let's do the next equation. So we've got y minus x is equal to 1. So the same process. So hopefully you're quick at doing these. This is working out. Y-intercept, let x equal 0. So that's 0, we get y equals 1. The point here is 0, 1. X-intercept, let y equal 0. Y is 0, so we get negative x is equal to 1. So x is equal to negative 1. That point is negative 1, 0. I did that quickly. Hopefully you can work out exactly what I've done. Okay, so negative 1, 0 is roughly there. 0, 1 is roughly there. And we connect it up with a line. Okay, and luckily they're both equal to as well, so they're both solid lines. I forgot to mention that earlier. So there's my graph. I should label the equation. So y minus x is less than or equal to 1. And the black one is 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to 6. Okay, now we've done all that. Now we have to do the test point and work out whereabouts is a region required. So I'm going to try a test point 0, 0 for both of them. Okay, so we try the test point for this one first. So the test point 0, 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 is less than 6. Is 0 less than or equal to 6? Yes, it is. So the region required this point here, and you have to remember which equation did we do? We did this one here. So this point, this test point, is in the region required for that graph. So region required, I'm going to shade in this way. Okay, now we have to do the purple one. See how it gets a little bit complicated. So now the purple one, we want to know, is it above or below that equation? So we do a test point, 0, 0 again. So there's my equation, 0 minus 0 is 0, and it's less than or equal to 1. Is 0 less than or equal to 1? Yes, 0 is less than 1, so that is true as well. So this point here, 0, 0, is in the region required. So there's our graph there, so it's in this region required. So I'm going to shade that whole section in. So that's the region required. Now we're almost done. I'll do this next bit in red. So there's our two equations, and this section here you can see, below this line and to the left of that line, see how it's the region required for both sections. So I'm going to colour that in there like that. So see how it gets complicated, it gets a bit messy. So this red section here is the region required. So as long as you make it clear and have different colours perhaps, so this is the region required from there. And that is exactly how you do this. Good job everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.